So, as you guys know, I do Uber Diaries just to kind of, change things up and put some interesting stories on my timeline, but sometimes it's just way too much to type, and I don't think it really hits the same. So I'm going to start doing something new called Uber Impressions. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to name any names, obviously, but, I'm going to impersonate the riders that just got out of my car, because sometimes it's just a really funny situation. So just a minute ago, I dropped some young'uns off. They were like mid-20s, Anyway, so there's one girl in the back seat. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm a big-boned woman." And her friends are like, "No, you're not. This girl, is in great shape. I'm a big-boned woman. I have a big butt. And so that makes me a big-boned woman." And then the guy next to her was dating the girl next to him. And so, but for some reason, this guy kept coming around. He's like, "Yeah, your mom went out and she took a shot with you. And that was a lot of fun. Then your mom came out and took a shot. Dude, your mom, she's hot. If you look that good when you're 59, oh man, we're in good shape." And then the girl one more over is like, "Oh my God, I'm 25 years old. My life is over." And then the guy on the other side, I was trying to figure out the dynamic of all of them, and I thought that, it was like two couples, but it was really just guy, girl. And, so anyway, the guy on the outside edge, he's like, "I'm the most single one in this vehicle." I said, "You think? What about the Uber driver?" Yeah, so I just drove this guy to the airport, and, I was on the interstate, and I was headed to get gas and go home. And so, I got a call to go get this guy. And so I get about 30 seconds from his hotel, and he cancels. So I get the cancellation fee. I got like a $7 cancellation fee because I had come so far to come get him. And then I start driving off. I'm on Lakeland Drive, and then all of a sudden, like, as I'm 1 minute down the road, I get another ping. It's from him again. And I'm the kind of Uber driver, guess what? If you ping me again, I will turn around and I will come and sit there, and either you're getting in my car and I'm taking you to the airport, or you're paying the cancellation fee again. So, yeah, I got paid almost as much to drive him to the airport as I did from the cancellation fee. So it was almost like I doubled my money with that trip. So I'm a beautiful woman who's at medical school at UMC. "Oh my gosh, you'll never believe who came up to me and gave me a hug at Fondren Public. What was his nickname again? His name was The Dump." That's right, yeah. My mom thought that nickname was weird. She's like, "What did you call him again?" Anyway, my mom, she's always rubbing it in because she lived in Jackson for a long time. But I'm telling you, I've had nightmares like 4 nights in a row about getting shot in Jackson. And I have to spend 4 years here in medical school. There's nothing that would keep me here in Jackson. Just nothing. Nothing whatsoever. The only thing that would keep me here is if I had a child. And, that would be the only reason I'd stay here. But other than that, there's just nothing here. I'm a middle-aged, rich, white guy who has a very drunk wife. "I'll tell you what we need to do. Is we need to go running. That's what we need to do right now. Let's go for a run." "Girl, you couldn't run a 5K right now. You couldn't do squat." "If you'll excuse me, sir, my wife, she has spilled her entire purse on your seat. Here, hand me your glass of wine. I'll pick it up. I can do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." "You sound so stupid when you say that." "I'll do it. Wish me luck." So this is something that happened several weeks ago, but it's so funny every time I think about it. I figured I'd share it with you. Anyway, so I was picking up two country guys from Shuckers, and it was like a 45-minute ride with these guys in my car. And so the more sober of them, we're just going to call him K, and we're going to call his friend Bubba. So anyway, we're driving down the road, and Bubba looks at me in the rearview mirror, and he says, "Hey, man, I got to pay." I said, "Okay." So rather than in my car, we pulled off, and Bubba did his business in the parking lot of, a shopping facility. And so once Bubba got back in the car, we rolled about 5 more feet, and then Bubba said, pull over. And anytime a passenger says pull over, that's a bad thing. So you better do what they say ASAP. So I pull over, and Bubba starts throwing up outside the car. But he's not just throwing up, he's also pooting. So every time he throws up, he's like, and so his friend Kay is sitting there going, "Bubba, you point that butt somewhere else. Quit tooting on me, Bubba. Bubba, point that ass elsewhere." So anyway, Bubba throws up everything in his body and gets back in the car and passes out. We roll about 30 more minutes down the road, and we're in the middle of the interstate. And once again, Bubba is like, hey, pull over. We're in the middle of the interstate. So Bubba starts throwing up in the middle of the interstate. And when he gets done throwing up this time, he literally falls down in the middle of the interstate, and he's just laying across the right lane. So I said, "Sir, you probably need to go get your friend." "What? What's he doing?" "Well, he's laying in the middle of the interstate." "Bubba, you get your ass up. Get your ass in the car. We're nearly to the house." "Oh, man." "Bubba, get out the middle of the street, Bubba." Not just the street, it's the middle of the interstate. I will forever remember that ride, though, because of the flatulent vomiter. I'm a car full of drunk people picked up from Shuckers. We got 2 guys, 2 girls. I'll do my best with inflections to tell them apart. "Hey, man, are you in the mafia?" "He's not in the mafia." Are you in the mafia? Look at his hat." "He said he was in the mafia." "Hey, man, I just want to drive in this car forever." "You've been throwing up. You don't need to ride around in the car forever. Just ask that policeman. You puked all over the place." "I did not." "You smell like whiskey." Hey, man, I see what you're doing over there. Get your hand away from my girlfriend's titty. You don't touch that. You touch that, we gonna have words. We need to play the quiet game. I bet you hate us right now, Mr. Uber driver man. "I did not touch her titty, and I wasn't gonna. She's your girlfriend. I wouldn't do such a thing." "You better not. I'll whoop your ass if you do." 2 guys, 2 girls, but only 1 guy and 1 girl are having a conversation in the back seat. "Oh my gosh, before winter break is over, we need to go to Picante's and get some margs." "No, we are not gonna go there." "Well, if you say that we're not gonna go there, I guess that it just isn't gonna happen. What's your big problem? Why don't you want to go to Picante's?" "Well, it's 5 minutes further from where I live. So the real truth is I just don't want to drive an extra 10 minutes. I'd rather just go to Santa Fe. Because, it's the same kind of food, but it's not as far away." "Oh my gosh, you're such a stick in the mud. What time is it? Isn't it 1 o'clock? "It is 1:44. "Oh my God, I told my parents that I would be home around 1. "I told my parents that I might be home tonight." "Oh my God, I just can't believe that it took so long. I could have sworn that we were getting out of there by midnight." 2 girls, 1 guy. I'm going to do my best to change the names to protect the innocent, because it sounds like some serious stuff is happening here. Oh my God, did you hear what happened? I mean, like, did you hear what happened with Thad and his girlfriend Stephanie? I mean, we're talking smoking hot Stephanie. Yeah, I heard what happened. I cannot believe that Thad cheated on Stephanie. And did you see the girl that he cheated on her with? Yeah, I mean, like, I saw a picture of her and it just was like, how did he cheat on Stephanie with that? At this point, I feel like our friend group dating itself is just a huge problem. It's almost like incest. Yeah, I feel the same way. And so, what was the deal with them anyway? I mean, like, okay, so they went to the same college, and they went to the college, and then Catherine dated Thad, and then Thad hooked up with this other girl, and it just feels like Thad has dated everybody on Earth, and it really bothers Stephanie that Thad cheated on her, but Thad, it doesn't seem to have bothered him at all. Like, I just cannot believe that he is so calm about it. And so tonight we were at the party, and like, people were coming up to Thad and trying to talk to him about it. Like, you know, I went over there and I started talking to him with my friend girl up here, and we were trying to talk to him. Like, we need to talk to you. We need to have an intervention with you because you are just sleeping with anything that has 2 legs. I mean, I feel like everybody has dated Thad. Well, I, for one, have not dated Thad. Well, I mean, everybody else in this car, I mean, I went on a date with him. Didn't you go on a date with him? Yeah, I went on a date with him. Okay, well, I mean, it just seems like Thad has just dated everybody in this car, except for you. Yeah, except for me. Anyway, it's just like, I cannot believe all the drama that is going on, and it just got so tense. I just cannot believe that you left me at the bar to talk to Amber. Oh, you didn't want to talk to Amber? No, I didn't want to talk to Amber, and I was trying to call for help, and I tried to call my friend, but my friend over there, he just had his eyes on Beth Carroll, and just, he had to go talk to Beth Carroll, and he was just too busy to bail me out of that conversation with Amber. Oh, you don't say. I'm a car full of young, rich, entitled people. We got 1 guy and 3 girls. I couldn't tell the difference between which girl was talking when, so bear with me. Hey man, can we stop at a gas station on the way back? Hey man, can we stop at a gas station on the way back? I heard you. Yeah, we can stop at a gas station on the way back. Hey, there's no need to be rude. You're being rude. Where are you from originally? I'm from Alaska. Oh, well, here in the South, we're nice to people. We're not rude to people. When I have somebody drive me home, when I pay somebody to drive me home, guess what? They're going to be nice to me, and I'm going to stand up for myself. I don't give an F. I'm going to stand up for myself. And Mr. Alaskan Driver Man, he needs to understand. Hey, Mr. Alaska Driver Man, when I hire somebody to drive me, when I hire an Uber driver, I want them to cook me a steak dinner. And do you want to do that? Do you want to cook me a steak dinner? Do you want to go out with me? Do you want to go out with me, Mr. Uber driver? And cook me a steak dinner? In Alaska, they might have different customs up there, but down here, my parents raised me right. They taught me to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. And so, like, if you don't want to do that, that's cool and all. But guess what? I'm going to have people respect me and my friends. Call Boston Fish Supreme. Yes, is this Boston Fish Supreme? Yes. I just placed an order for 20 hot wings. Yes, 20 hot wings. And so on the fries, I had paid for extra sauce. But that's not sauce on the side. I want the sauce on the fries. So I got 20-piece spicy wing, but then I want the hot sweet on the fries. Make sure there's plenty of sauce on them fries. Okay, all right.